Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. How to day trade Moderna. We're making anywhere from $300 to $1,000 on our day trade. It's been awesome. We've been killing it. We had a couple last week. We had like 2-3 days of losses, but we're coming back with a vengeance. We're doubling down because we're at lows right now. We're dipping. We're buying the dip. So let's take a look at yesterday's video in terms of what we are anticipating from what the end of day activity trading was telling us. So let's jump into that. Okay. From that level, it filled the gap and it got rejected. So we could see it just may have run out of time to go lower. We don't know. So we were anticipating for Moderna to go lower, but it really just ran out of time. Right, and so it couldn't complete its move. The day closed, so now we had to wait for Friday. So let's jump into the chart. But remember, this is not financial advice. I do this for entertainment and education purposes only. So hopefully you're having fun. Hopefully you're learning something and possibly making some money with me. So let's jump into the chart, shall we? There you have it, MRNA on the docket. And what a mover, a $20 move today on the downside. And this is what we talked about. In Thursday's video is we came up into the resistance and it immediately got rejected. And to me, that was a bearish signal. And what did we have the next day? We had a bearish breakdown candle right here, followed by a sideways pattern. And it never came near the opening in the morning. See that? So if we're looking at 30-minute chart, I mean the closing of the previous day here at 331. You were about like $3-4 off, and normally you don't want to buy on breakdown candles. You were looking to short, but we're not looking to short Moderna right now because we're buying the dip. But as you can see, that's what shaped up yesterday. And where did we open exactly? So if we go back. If we go back here, if we say the close of this day, look at that. We finally filled this gap. And if we get to a gap, if we fill a gap hard and fast, and in this particular situation, we opened at the gap, it tends to, suck people in or out depending on which direction. In this particular case, it sucked people out of the trade there and created that bearish momentum because of this breakdown candle. If you see this in the morning, I like right now. I'm liking my breakup candles, and that's what we're trading off of, right? These breakup candles in these areas. But now that we've had the breakdown candle at that resistance area, that we could potentially go lower, and this was a perfect textbook bear flag pattern, and you were looking at maybe risking 2% if you did try to short that. That was a no trade setup for us because it didn't come into our number hard and fast like we wanted, and we didn't get a breakup candle, so we were just sitting on the sidelines for that day because we didn't get our setup. And that's why it's so important to zoom back into recent gaps areas, because they can be signs. They can be a sign or a signal for you to anticipate a exiting or entering a trade, and we do that all the time. The next area here is 360. We've highlighted this with a a bold line just so everyone's aware that this is a target, along with filling this gap all the way up at 385. So we're still at the lows, and I still think there is possibility for another leg up, and the reason being is you have your 1, 2, 3, and I think we can definitely test this again. So I'm going to be looking to I'm always looking to buy Moderna right now. That's been what I've been saying because I really think we're going to have a big day soon. So what's the plan? So the plan for Monday is we have a couple of scenarios. So if we just, I'm honestly just tempted. I might just buy at the open. The reason being is because I think we're going to get our 1% right off the bat. So I'm going to go in, not with my normal 30 or 60 shares. I'm going to go in, if I'm going to buy right at the open, that's if the price opens near the close. Right, so if we're opening here at 323, 324, 323, I'm just going to buy my regular, just half of that. So 15 for a quick trade up for $4 or $5, and that's what I'm going to do. And then if we end up, that's going to be a quick trade. I'm looking to get in and out probably in the first 15 minutes. If we end up closing. If we ended up closing a break-up candle, then I'm going to buy that break-up candle. So if we have a similar situation like this or like this, I'm going to buy that break-up candle, and this low of day will be my stop. Right? That's after I've made my quick trade in the morning. If that plays out, if we gap higher or gap lower, I'm not going to do that quick trade. The quick trade is if we open at that same at the price yesterday's close or Friday's close. So the next scenario is if we come, if we do open and maybe I don't make that quick $5, and that's fine. That's why I'm only buying 15. And we come down hard and fast, I'm going to be buying 45 here. Right, because I am increasing my size in this area because I know there's some good potential for us to come back to 360, and we've come down so far so fast that there's more upside than downside in my opinion. And so that's how I'm going to play this, waiting for a pullback, fill this gap here because it hasn't been filled yet. This is ultimately support, so I feel like we've made that reversal, and if this fails, I'm going to be buying again here, and again another 60 shares down here if we come there. That's a later day, later time, most likely. In the event that we do gap significantly lower, $7-10 lower, then I'm going to look at shorting that gap down. But it has to be a breakdown candle. Okay, a breakdown candle. I am going to short it, and because I know there is some downside here up to 300, and then same thing is if we gap up. If we gap up and we have a breakup candle, I will be buying that. So those are the two scenarios. We have, if we gap up, we're going to be buying it. If we gap down, we're going to be shorting, but it needs to close. The first 15 minutes, the candle needs to close, and then we're going to use, the high or low of those candles as our stop. And then finally, if we do open up here at Friday's close, I'm going to buy just 15 shares. I'm going to try to make a quick buck because I think we could get some, $3-4 move. I'm making like $60-70 super quick in the morning. I'm okay with that. And then, I'm going to double dip if we close. If we have a breakup candle close, I'm going to be buying that breakup candle again. And that's how I'm looking to trade it. If we break down, we're breaking down and we're going to follow it. So hopefully, so let's see what plays out tomorrow. Let me know how you're playing Moderna. I like having conversations with you down there in the comments. Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow.